This lecture discusses Numpy array data types and reshaping operation. Every Numpy array is a grid of elements of the same type. If mixed type occurs in an array, they are all upcast to the greatest common type. For example, if you have an array with integer and floating point values, then the integer values are upcast to the floating point type. Numpy also tries to guess a data type when you create an array. You can also include an argument to explicitly specify the data type. So this shows an example. We have an array called x with two elements 1 and 2. They are integers. We have another array called y. It is made up of two floating point values. And we have another array called z, which is of the type integer, but I can also specify the type of the data by specifying the argument dtype. Dtype equal to nb.int64. That is a type that is specified in the Numpy. So I have given nb.int64 as the values. Different types, you can find different types in Numpy documentation. And I am trying to print the dtype values of x, y and z. So if I print this, you can see that the type of x is integers, they are all integers. Type of y is float 64 and type of z is int 64, which we have specified using the argument dtype. So if you give, say for example in the case of y, if you give an integer and a floating point value, and if you run this and if you print the type, you can see that it is again float 64 since it is upcast to float 64 even though it has got an integer value. Next is reshaping. Reshaping is an important operation in machine learning. When you are using different machine learning libraries, most often you need to reshape the given array. So in that case, you can use the reshape method to reshape the array. So this shows an example. We have a one-dimensional array with 8 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I want to reshape it to an array of size 4 rows and 2 columns. So what I am trying to do is I am trying to convert a rank 1 array to rank 2 array of the dimension 4, 2. So for that I can use the reshape method. So my array name is A. So in order to reshape that, I can give a.reshape 4, 2. So if I reshape that, then it will be converted to a two-dimensional array with the number of rows 4 and number of columns 2. Another most important operation is flattening the array. Flattening array means converting a two-dimensional array or three-dimensional array to a one-dimensional array. This can be done using the reshape method with the argument -1. So if the argument is given as -1, then the given array is converted to a one-dimensional array. So if I have a array called new, which is of the size 4 rows and 2 columns. If I want to convert to one-dimensional array, then I can use the reshape operation with the argument -1. So if I run this, I will be getting an output like this. Another way of changing the shape of an array is using taking the transpose of the given matrix. In our case, matrix means array itself in Numpy. To transpose a matrix, simply use the T attribute of an array object. So I have an array called new, which is of the shape 4 rows and 2 columns. If I take the transpose, I can take the transpose by typing new.t. And if I take the transpose of the matrix 4 with the shape 4 then it will be converted to a matrix of shape 2, 4. So for that you can use the T attributes of the array object.